Here we have a fairly common Atronic cache line problem. The machine has a config CRC error, and the way to clear that is to completely do a master reset and reconfigure it, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So the first step is to power the machine down and remove the CPU board. And this board with the I/O connection on it is what we're going to remove. That's your MPU board. You're going to need a master reset chip. You'll insert this into location U2. Always be careful of the orientation of the chip. There's a notch at one end. That notch has to go in the correct position. If you put it in reverse, which it will fit, but it will destroy the chip. So we're going to remove U2. And we're going to insert the master reset chip. Once you have the master reset chip installed with the notch in the correct position, we'll put it back into the machine and power it back up. And after waiting this long, it's clear and you can power the machine back down. And remove the board again. Now we're going to remove the master reset chip. We're going to put the chip back in it that we just removed. And we'll put the original chip back in. Making sure the orientation is correct. There's my notch. And we're going to put it back in the machine. Power the machine back up. Alright, config CRC error. That's fine. Now I'm expecting to see this. Next step is we're going to pull the board back out after we power it down. And now we're going to remove U6. This chip contains the pay tables. And you'll need to have a config chip. And there are so many different config chips. That can be the most challenging part, or one of the most challenging parts. I happen to have a wide variety of them. I know this is the correct one for this game. Okay, chip is oriented correctly. Power the machine back up. And it'll tell you if you have the right config chip inserted or not. If you guessed correctly, it'll display a message that config is detected. There we go. Config EEPROM detected. Please restart with original pay table U6. Now we can power down. Remove the board. Take out the config chip. And we'll put the original U6 pay table chip back in. Chip's oriented correctly. Power on. And I'm going to show you how to set this machine up as a quarter machine. Yours may vary. Yours could be a dollar machine, but plays pennies or pays nickels, or it could be a nickel machine. But we're going to set this one up as a quarter machine. Oh, it says RAM error. We're going to press and hold the red button and keep holding. Okay, the RAM error is cleared. Still got a ways to go. All right, we're going to set the coin in value. It wants to know what is the denomination of a coin that you're going to insert in the machine. Well, what kind of coin are you going to put in here? Is it going to be a dollar, nickel? Not what you're playing on the screen. What are you going to put in the slot? We're going to put quarters in. I'm going to press this button, and it will index to different positions. Alright, come on, quarter is highlighted. I'll press the cash out button. Now it moves us to the next menu. What's the multiplier? 1, I want it to be a quarter game. It's quarter in, I want 1 credit for it. So I'm going to leave it at 1. Currency string, enter. Enter. I'm saying cash out as enter. Enter, enter. I like to set it to credits instead of currency, so I can toggle it back and forth by pressing this button. Yellow is highlighting credits. I'm going to press cash out for enter. Enter, 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 enter. I want to make a change here. This is the type of bill acceptor. I have a JCM, so I need to change that to JCM. I'm going to press again. Okay, cash out to enter it. And here's my summary. Everything looks good. I'm going to press the cash out button to enter it. But wait, there's more. Some games you get to pick different pay tables. I want this one set up as draw poker. So I'm going to press the bet button to index. Draw poker. Cash out to enter. Max bet, I want 20. Enter. I only get to pick one percentage. And this all looks correct. You can see the config key that I'm using for this particular game. And there are many different variations, but this one is CK-RDW-A-B. Confirm setup summary. Yes, I'm going to hit the cash out button. Now this is the one and only time you have the opportunity to connect it to a PC and change any of the other things you want. I don't want it set for a coin acceptor. Yes, I want a bill acceptor, no hopper, no ticket printer. So I'll show you how to change that using software. There's a few things that you have to have. You have to have the Atronic Main config software. You have to have the dongle. My laptop has USB ports. I don't have the traditional COM ports like that board uses, so I have to use an adapter. So on one end I'm USB, and I have a cable adapter that's USB to serial. And then Atronic, you can't just use straight serial. They have a unique cable, so I had to cut the end off of the cable and make a new end for it and wire it correctly to Atronic's specifications. And we'll bring up the software. Double click on it. And sometimes you'll have to do more setup, because when you are using a USB port, it will assign a COM number to it, be it COM1, COM2, COM3, COM4. Right now my serial port, my USB port, is assigned COM6. So you'll have to experiment to make sure that you get the right COM port setting. And then there are different versions of main setup. This one's CNF12, and I know that because the machine is telling me it wants me to use CNF12. I'll click OK. I'm going to go to main. I want hardware configuration. And then I get to check what I would like. The only one I want checked is bill acceptor. I'm not ready to upload yet. I need to connect my cable to the board. Okay, so I've got my arrow is on upload, so I can quickly hit my enter button. And then on the machine, I need to tell it when to communicate. So now my max bet button is lit. I'm going to press that, start transmission to PC. I'm going to hit that. Transmission active. Transmission successful. Here's the new config. Here's the old config. Alright, now that that's done, we can index down to quit. So I'm going to press the bet button. Quit is highlighted. I'm going to hit the max bet. Ta-da! We're done.